Hi everybody, this is Zen Honeycutt from Moms Across America. I moved to do a short video this morning to let you know about some important news that you may miss because the title doesn't really say all of the news that is in the article. It's from the St. Louis Dispatch, and it's an article written by Carey Gillam from Reuters, and it says the EPA completes glyphosate review and the findings are expected no later than July. Now, this might not be big exciting news for many of you. Most of us that are following this know that the EPA is assessing glyphosate for its 15-year review, and they may or may not reapprove it for another 15 years. Glyphosate is the active chemical ingredient in Roundup and has been deemed by top scientists and farmers to be so toxic that it's going to make DDT look like mouthwash. It is insidious, has long-term generational effects, and has been linked to 40 different modern diseases as well as infertility and miscarriage. It is a chemical that needs to be banned immediately, and we certainly hope that the EPA will follow the recommendations of top scientists around the world and not reapprove glyphosate when they make their announcements in July. Now, they said that they had delayed their assessment in the article because they wanted to consider the findings of the World Health Organization, which just deemed glyphosate a class 2 probable carcinogen. Now, this is very hopeful for us that they are actually acknowledging it to be harmful, and we also are happy that Dana, that was in the room at the EPA when we met with them last May, when we talked to them about finding glyphosate in our mother's breast milk at 3,000 times higher than that was found to be harmful in Sarah Linney's rat study, that Dana, that was in that room, also is on the World Health Organization board. And we're hoping that she heard us and that the rest of the EPA is hearing us. And so we invite you to continue to speak up and to call the EPA and call Kellogg's and call Abbott this week and make sure that they hear us and do not let up. Now, the exciting news that's at the bottom of the article says that the EPA's upcoming draft risk assessment on glyphosate comes at a time when Monsanto and other agrochemical companies are developing biopesticides, which are based on natural organisms like plant and soil microbes rather than synthetic chemicals, and seen by some as alternatives to traditional pesticides. Jones said that the EPA is encouraging development of biopesticides because they have very favorable human health and environmental profiles. He said they are likely to overtake synthetic chemicals in agriculture at some point if their use continues what he called dramatic growth. Now, this is huge because this means that Monsanto and these other agrochemical companies, which I'm hoping is Syngenta, which is the largest pesticide company in the world, are changing direction, that they're going in a new direction, one which includes considering the health and well-being of human beings and of life on the planet. And we're very encouraged, very excited. We know that it may still be genetically modified. There may still be health risk assessments that need to be made on it. But we just want to say, please keep speaking up because it looks like they're going into a new direction. And it's very exciting. So thank you, everybody, for continuing to call the EPA. The number is 703-308-8187. You know you're an activist when you have the EPA telephone number memorized. That's Neil Anderson. So please keep calling and letting them know they must keep the consideration of breast milk, of glyphosate levels in breast milk into their assessment. They must consider the levels of glyphosate that are in breast milk in their assessment, and they must revoke the license of glyphosate and not allow it to be continued to be used. We can do this. We absolutely can do this. Thank you so much for all your efforts.